So you feeling kinda kinky? Or is it just me? Cause I wanna bring the freak out in you, girl. Just wait and see. You know, the kind that makes your body move, even though you know you don't want to. So you feeling kinda freaky tonight? Well, let's see what we're gonna do. Oh, when you feel this groove.
Hey traders, good to see y'all. I'm coming in from a foreign land that I've never been to before, but I'm here and traveled all day yesterday for the most part. Watched college football, week 1 of college football, which was amazing, by the way. And here we are on Sunday, a little early because I've got some stuff going on. There's a fireworks show here. Like 1 million people come in the city for this thing, so it's apparently insane. So don't want to miss that, and want to get some dinner. But I feel like I missed y'all, right? Because I wasn't here yesterday, and we just wanted to look at the markets and just kind of see what's going on. Not much of anything. It's almost like, should I have even gone live? Not too much has developed. Currently, right now, as you can see on your chart, you can barely tell, but Bitcoin is testing. Man, what's different, dude? What's new? Bitcoin's testing 19,891.99. I mean, for the past 10 hours, and has been unable to breach it for now. But it's just like as it was support, it's resistance, you know, and it was resistance yesterday technically, and it is again today. And this type of behavior is letting some altcoins run a little bit, but I just don't know how long this will last, right? So, you know, if it's truly back testing this level as resistance, that's certainly not good. That's not bullish, and that's not going to turn out well for the altcoins that had been at very interesting levels we looked at right on stream. Hard to have conviction on those. It just really is, man. I get it. They can moon. It's crazy that a couple have actually taken off a little bit from those 886s, those previous supports locally, with bullish divergence in the 4-hour. I mean, all those variables in nice market conditions, exactly what we look for trade setups. I mean, and that's like, you know, I posted a few in the Patreon, have no idea if they're going to play out. And it's just like, if you're not going to trade it, let's just pay attention, because, you know, this is the type of stuff you're looking for when the market eventually will turn around. The money printer will turn back on. It may take a year, it may take a year and a half at some point, but we'll get back in good market conditions. And so if you're monitoring potential bullish trade setups now and you're learning about how to identify them, you'll be so prepared for when the market turns around. All right, and that's kind of why you're part of this community, because it's all about investing in yourself, becoming self-sufficient. And I'm just trying to help, you learn the things that I learned over the past 11 years, going on 12 now. So that's kind of your update on Bitcoin. I'm kind of effed up because, what is it, the time? It's like 2 hours, 1 hour and 50 minutes or so until the weekly candle close. I say I'm effed because it's just like time. I'm on Eastern time right now, not Central. So that's it. I mean, you just got this kind of base of buying at 19,560, and you're unable to break any sort of 20,450. You're just range bound locally, but below that historical support resistance. Okay, that's it. We can look at the daily. That's not really my favorite thing, I mean, you're testing it and you're certainly below it right now. Hopefully you can break back above it. I mean, hope, man. Hope means I have no faith. There's no inclination for me to believe that you're going to break above it. I'm just saying I hope, because, right? I would always want crypto to go up every day for the rest of our lives, right? I mean, that's hope, but I mean, that doesn't have any basis behind it. So currently you're just testing it again. You broke it and closed the daily on Saturday, yesterday, below that, and now you're back testing it as resistance. I mean, that's just, even if it breaks to the upside tomorrow or whatever, say it closed like this, that's just not good. That's just not bullish. I'm sorry. Like, even if it does break above it tomorrow, right? So I'm just identifying price action correlation to very key levels, undeniable key levels, to the cent, right? On Coinbase, this is to the cent, and here it is. It's right there. I know there's a candle high close, 19,650, and someone I believe in the stream a couple days ago asked me, why do I not even pay attention to that? I mean, we could, I guess. I just think that this is such a real level, If you want me to, I can plot it so we can just see it right here. It's like 19,000. Let's do it to the cent, man. All right, the close was 19,650 and 1 cent. There it is, to the cent. Okay, yellow trend line, whatever. So if you look at the price action there, it's pretty insane, right? I mean, he's right. It's very real, the zone, right? I could make this gray, right, like I do on inflection zones between 19,650 and 19,891.99, gray. So you're just chopping at the gray in the inflection zone, all right? But you haven't broken it, clearly. It's just the top part you're failing to break now. Or you're testing it. All right, so we'll leave it like that. That's fine. Let's look at the weekly. How's the weekly going to look? Oh, is that an inverted hammer? Oh, maybe, dude. Certainly looks like it's turning into an inverted hammer of sorts. You just don't know what it's going to look like in an hour and 47 minutes. Not much time left. That's it. I don't have much confidence right now. Okay, just basically, it's the equities market, man. Come on. It's the equities market. Went on that 6-week bull run, reversed at inflection points, and now you're dumping hard. 2 Fridays in a row now. Miserable. Bearish engulfing candle on Friday. So that's your weekly, your daily, your 4 hour. Let's look at Ethereum. Again, I'm like on vacation. It's not really the bearish divergence has not really turned into anything yet. Nothing bad. I mean, just a back test of the supply line is now maybe demand line. You're making a higher low locally. Again, with this one, not spending too much time on it because we know 1730 and we know 1420, and you're in between those levels. So I have no idea, right? I know below 1972, most likely 1730. You went straight down to it, 100% chance based on history. It happened again, just like it broke to the upside, it broke to the downside, and it just smashed below it and then rallied and pretty much back tested as resistance. and then from there went straight down to the next level, and then from there it's rallied and it's just, you know, hanging out with Bitcoin, just doing exactly what Bitcoin's doing, and really no follow through from bearish yet. So flip your coin 1730, flip your coin 1420. It's like a coin flip right now, 50-50. There's no edge. And most of the time, when you look at a chart, a foreign chart you've never seen before, there's a pretty good chance there's no edge. It's just in the middle between two inflection points with the oscillators not telling you anything, and that's okay. Most of the time, there's no edge. So right now, just it happens to be that time. It's September 4th of 2022. No edge. It goes up, but you said nope. There's just flip your coin. Daily, you know, looks like the Head and Shoulders sword. I mean, it's ugly, man. It's not really a conventional looking Head and Shoulders by any means. You go to the lunar chart before it collapsed. What's up, XO3? Thanks for the 10, dude. Much appreciated. It's like, yeah, okay, man. All right, we got possible Head and Shoulders, but if it is a Head and Shoulder, the neckline's 1420. We know all about 1420. If you break 1420, bye bye. See you at 1223 easily, fast. Okay, well you tested it and you didn't break it, and the engulfing candle that exists is still real, but there's just not been much price action. You know, I want to see Ethereum run to 1730, break it, and then go to 1972 again. Then we would get some massive double top, but that would require the macro conditions to be good, and they're just not. They're just terrible. Remember, I mean, I'm a broken record here, dude. Ethereum from its bottom appreciated in value in 2 months, 130%. If there was a time to maybe make money in a bear market, I think it would be around that time, in that period, in that zone, or, you know, from that low to that high, and now you hit the high and you reversed, and it just doesn't look good right now. There is no edge on the daily, none. The good news is you're out of the bearish control zone, but that's it. There's nothing else. Yeah, indecision, no idea on Ethereum. 1420, 1730, those are your two levels. You're in between, so sorry. Go to the weekly if you want to on Ethereum. I mean, it's, again, you hit the key 1420. You know what 1420 is on Ethereum, right? It's the previous cycle top. It's the January 2018 all-time high. You touched it, and immediately on the new week started rallying, and this is where you are, 1565, in between two levels. Look, man, two levels. You see it? Two levels. There's some swing lows. We know all about 1730. So if you're in between them, flip a coin and understand, no edge. Let's go to BNB. All right, we're just making the rounds, doing what we do every day. I know it gets repetitive sometimes when there's no price action, but sometimes it's insane. Hey, I'm live, and something insane happened, right? We're just waiting for the insanity, the impulse, right? You're consolidating now, but soon we will have resolution. We will have an impulse, like we do every single time, right? Consolidation, everyone falls asleep, and by the time everyone's asleep, boom, impulse. And then everyone wakes up, we're honing in on the markets, paying attention while the impulse is happening, and then the consolidation phase begins again. It's just like over and over and over again, dude. Drinking my hotel coffee, yikes. Not impressed. Not impressed with this facility. Yeah, but, you know, maybe I'm snooty because I stayed at the Shard and the Langham and the Trump Tower and whatever. So this is BNB. Welcome. You have all this divergence, the continuation of divergence. I mean, like more and more divergence. And 2 days ago, where are the bids? The bids should be coming in. If this is truly real, and you're gonna get a reversal because the 4-hour oscillators are implying a reversal. Where are the bids? Why is no one buying BNB right now? What I said on Friday was, if no one's buying with such a strong discernible edge, it's a litmus test. It's kind of letting you know who's in control, maybe. I mean, maybe it's delayed, but dude, what in the... This type of stuff in a bull market, moon. Just no one's buying BNB, and I can't help it, dude. Right? Can't help it. In fact, you're just somehow trying to make a lower high than the lower high than the lower high. Like how many lower highs are you gonna make, dude? And if that's the case, when is this level gonna really break, and when is there gonna be an impulse to the downside? Just sitting at support with no purchases. No one's buying it, really. No one's really selling it either, you know? Maybe they're waiting for the new week or something. Waiting for equities to mark down. Yeah, DXY, I mean, dude, as soon as it opened, beep. Let's run to it real quick. I know if you're a Cardano fan, get wrecked, dude. XRP, just hold on a sec. We're going to go to them. Let's look at the DXY for a moment. There it is, chat. Wow. Right, bullish 3820. Fresh 20-year highs. 120 probably. Long way up there, man. The wrecking ball. And staring, you know, anything that we're looking at in crypto is, I mean, the denominator is the US dollar. And we're looking at the denominator that is destroying everything. So it's like, how can, you know, lower highs, lower lows, but also how can, you know, crypto perform adequately any sort of bullish setup when the denominator of the asset you're trying to long is doing this? It's really tough. So that's it, man. 20-year highs on the new week, new day. Opened. This one opened about, I think, 20 minutes ago? No, I guess an hour and 20 minutes ago or something. Yeah, I've been setting up a stream. Lost track of time. So there it is, man. We can look at the weekly. You can see the new week, what's happening. Melt up. Melt up. Crazy, dude. Just, man, you want this thing to get destroyed if you want to long anything tied to it, anything paired to it. And it's just not. It's parabolic and it's a probably 120 eventually. That's the 2002 highs that it peaked out 3 times or something in that period. Well, that downsloping consolidation ended up pretty amazing. All right, let's go back to crypto, man. Let's go to XRP. That, yes, certainly is above 32.5 cents. No one said it's not. There was divergence. It's just no one's buying it. It's like, when are the bids going to come in if it's a low risk level for a long where you can strategically set a stop loss up? Where are the bids? They're just not showing up. If they did, you can imagine easily seeing 35 to 37 cents, but where are they? Kind of hard when it's tied to the US dollar, right? Yeah. Weekly of the weekly. Weekly close. It's pretty miserable, dude. Pretty miserable. I mean, I just have no confidence that 32.5 cents would hold. It could, but just to me doesn't look good. I mean, 25 cents is a target on the weekly. If 32.5 doesn't act, if we don't pivot here and rally, you're going to 25 cents easily. Just barely anything's happened after dumping, right? I mean, this was May, and now it's September, dude. That was your bullish chance. That was your chance, bulls, to do something. You've done nothing. Ugh. All right, Cardano, finally an interesting chart to look at, okay? Because this was, you know, if you check me out early, like last week, like, was it Thursday or Friday? We identified these things that were happening. This was just happened to be one of them that was, okay. Near the bottom of a zone, candle low close from May 12th. At that area, just around it, you'd created. I mean, there was definitely a bullish shark pattern that hit its pattern completion zone. At the same time of completing, it showed bullish divergence, seller exhaustion, got back above 44 cents, and even back tested it a couple times. And you're seeing separation, you're seeing follow through now, that's the stuff like you're looking for. Like, wow, okay, like there are other ones that have these same setups that haven't done anything. XRP's at a support, it's done nothing, no one's buying it, but somehow people are buying Cardano somewhat off this harmonic, right? just depends on what Bitcoin's gonna do. But I mean, you're approaching, I don't know, a level. I mean, really, if you were gonna try to long this, man, and say you did get in near the bottom, like right at the 886, I don't think it would be equitable for a trade unless you were taking profit maybe at like 58 cents to 60 cents. Like if the asset off a harmonic like this that develops can't even get to like the C point or the top of the range, it was a loser all along, man. Like it's just, you can't take profit because it's not a 3-to-1 reward to risk probably. How do you make 3-to-1 reward to risk and it just craps out halfway? You take profit here, it's like that. Where was your stop loss? It's got to be 3-to-1, and if it was 3-to-1 with a nice stop, it would probably have to be up around 59, 60 cents. Is this thing on, man? Am I live? The quality of the stream okay? I mean, I'm on, you know, hotel Wi-Fi, dude, so... Stream's okay. Quality's good. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. So that's what you got on Cardano, man. I mean, there was some. It was interesting. Let's just run to that weekly. The weekly is crazy on Cardano because it's like this is a massive harmonic. It's like a massive shark, right? It's sharkception. 886 for real. You're at it, but hold on, let me hide that. It shouldn't be there. Just a 4-hour pattern. I mean, you know, not much of anything's going on with this asset and its own pattern completion zone yet. Nothing. After bullish divergence, yeah, it's all about 38.8 cents. You break that, you know, you're gonna have a massive drawdown. You're gonna get destroyed. It's going to 11 cents. But above that, okay, you know, you're kind of safe. But there's just, for months now, just sideways and really subtly lower highs. Subtly lower highs over this 3-month period. But yeah, still there, still an 886, a global 886. Just no real reaction. Okay, it's after Cardano. Was it Doge or something? I think it was, no, maybe it was Sol. I think Sol's next. Sol's another one. I just don't care. I don't really care what it does. If I was gonna long something, it wouldn't be Sol. It would be one of these, maybe Cardano, or maybe, you know, maybe not in Cardano, because maybe the harmonic's there, but we know the historical performance is abysmal. Maybe like, you know, Mana or one of the other ones we've identified already on the stream on Friday or Thursday, right? I mean, so you're sitting at these local levels. I mean, there is bullish divergence there. Yeah. But for me, I don't care about this asset below 37.37. I want nothing to do with it, because I know I could wake up one day, yeah, and I've stop loss, but I'd be stopped out, and Sol would be at $21 and crash down 15-30% or something like that. Like, and until then, until we see $21, I don't want anything to do that. Or if we break above 37.37, okay, we'll talk. I'm just not interested. I don't care if I miss out on anything. Like, I give a crap. Oh my god, man, you missed out on those Sol gains, dude. I don't care, because I'd be looking at another S coin to trade or long than this one. That's it. So bearish below 37.37, and that's not going to change. And if we see $21, it will be time to reassess, to maybe find a discernible edge there, pattern development there, consolidation there. Maybe it'd be a good time to take a shot then with a stop loss below 1830, because below 1830 is more death and despair. But yeah, dude, okay. Holding local lows for now. Kind of. It's kind of like back testing. Now, I guess we go to the weekly if you want, because the weekly close. Yeah, that's terrible. It's like a nothing burger candle. It's like literally like, oh, it was just a week of soul searching after getting destroyed.
Enjoy Cincinnati.
What's up, Dennis Conrad? Thank you for the 12, dude. 12-12 repeating, of course. Yeah, man. Yeah, I had a great time last night. You know, went to a pub and had live music, just this chill guitar player. You know what, man? I'll give him a shout out, because because of him, the experience of, like, you know, I can't really go into it. I'm here. It's just kind of like, it's a good thing while I'm here, but it's like I can't really go into it because I don't want to. But this guitar player, while I was at the bar watching all these college football games, waiting on something, he was there playing, and it was freaking divine. It's like, hey man, if I ever make it big enough to where, you know, hey, I could hire this guy to be on salary to just play the guitar the way he played last night. Like, you know, he would just be, you know, I'd walk around and he would be walking around playing guitar behind me at all times, right? Or at my place, he would just be playing. One day maybe, right? His name's Jimmy Ruhlman, and I will plug his, I'm gonna plug his Instagram. Go follow him. Scream at him in positive ways. Okay. This dude killed it last night. It's so chill. And I know y'all, if y'all know me, and I know y'all would love the music too. Y'all would be like, holy crap. That's his Instagram. Go follow him. Tell him he's awesome. Okay. Oh my god, that's not even... Dang it, dude. That's not even it. It's this. What the... Sorry, man. They have, like, you know, it's no rules. It's no rules. Good God. That's it. That's his Instagram. My God, dude. Sorry about that. I'm gonna, like, delete the other ones. Shout out Jimmy. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So, Sol, terrible on the weekly. Don't care about it. Look left. Do you understand why it's hard to care about Sol? I mean, really? Not even at candle low closes down here at 26? No. Just forget it, dude. If you're going to long crypto, if you want to, there are just so many other assets out there you could long that would probably perform better than Sol. That's it. Sol. Now, Doge is kind of same boat as Sol. It's like, I don't care if it goes up next. I really don't give a crap. Bearish below 6.5 cents. And if you were going to long something, there are other ones out there that are like hitting harmonic completion zones, but at the same time of hitting those zones, they're also hitting inflection points from history or locally, like with divergence. There are just so many better arguments. So if it goes up, it's because Bitcoin went up, right? And it's not me being like, it's not going to go up, it's going to dump. I'm not calling that. I'm just saying, like, better assets to trade or long. Look, man, below 6.5 cents. You don't want to be below that. And you are. Look at this, dude. I mean, it's just hidden bearish divergence on the weekly on Doge. Do you see? It's very real. It's very apparent. It's evident. It's there. The high, then the pathetically lower high with just higher levels on the histogram. Yeah, and I mean, like, there's no support here either. It's on the weekly, it's like 7.8 cents was it, and you just a couple weeks ago regarded that as resistance or rejected it. Just no thanks. Gonna long something, it wouldn't be Doge, it would probably be something else. It would definitely be something else. But I'm saying, if I was gonna long, which I don't really feel comfortable longing in these macro conditions right now. Like, again, we had 2 months, man. 2 months of potential opportunity for things to go up. Some did like crazy, some did adequately, and some didn't at all. And now it's over. Doge and then DOT, which DOT now, finally, one of the larger coins, has an actual argument. It had one, right? It had an argument, my God, July 26th, but even more so now. And it may fail, and it's because of the macro, because everything's bearish. The economy's bad, all right? But say Bitcoin survives and holds on and continues to range. If it runs to the top of the range again on Bitcoin, then, that's where this altcoin will probably flourish very well. So, you know, the lowest risk area to strategize an entry around 688, 668. You know why? Look left. Previous high. It's a major inflection point from August of 2020. If you're just back testing it, at the same time creating an M shape, a shark's at its completion zone, and at the same time there's triple bullish divergence at this area. It's very easy to strategize a low risk, high reward opportunity, right? We don't know if it's going to play out, but we know if we lose, we're barely losing anything, because I know below 668, I want nothing to do with DOT. Nothing. Because I think it's going to 550 below that. But if it's continuously making higher lows like this, breaking a supply line locally too, kind of like a dragon of sorts, why not, man? Right? So this is one where I can be like, yes, this is awesome. It could, you know, and if we were in better market conditions, this would be a no-brainer. But this is one that I think I posted to patrons, like the entry and stop loss to take profits on this, just in case the market didn't collapse and Bitcoin rallied to the top of the range that it's been in. Then this one has a chance of breaking upward, okay? Because it held supports again and making consecutive higher lows. I like DOT. DOT would be one, right? I'm talking about if I was going to take a long, it wouldn't be Doge, it wouldn't be Sol. It'd be DOT. It'd probably be DOT. Speaking of the dots and things that rhyme with DOT, there is another asset that called Holochain, and it had a very similar situation. Very similar situation. It was testing a local low, and this would be one, right? It's like May 12th. Completed the harmonic. We're here on Thursday or Friday, dude, right? And this was here. And I was just staring at the camera like, I can't help that these things exist, and the edge is there. Everything's perfect and set up for higher prices, but we know how bad everything is macro-wise. So it may fail miserably, but dang, man, if they're not here, if it's not here. And I mean, like, from like the back test, you know, type 1-2 possibly, it's like this thing went up 17% in a day, you know, before pulling back. It's down, you know, hit that 204-hour moving average, but and the, you know, this level here, this 2.292 tenths of 1 cent level. But I mean, that's just cool to see resolution in a good way. It's like TA and waves being respected there. So hot and DOT, also pretty lit, man. Okay, let's see how this continues. Bitcoin can break back above 19,891 and run to the top of its range. Then these altcoins got a chance, man. The ones, I mean, they all are going to probably rally to some extent, but I'm only looking for the ones that would be at strategic entry areas with triple divergence, with harmonic completion zones, right? So we looked at the big ones, right? We looked at the bigger coins, but you know, there are coins out there that we looked at. Let's reassess some of those. Like, so Block, just a trash metaverse coin, right? It identified, right, the bullish harmonic at its completion zone. It's a bullish bat pattern, and it had all the divergence in the world. And it's just been sitting, hanging around at its completion zone. And today it's up 3%. That's nice, but it's not really doing anything. I mean, I would figure 3.6 tenths of 1 cent or 3.9 tenths of 1 cent eventually. But, you know, this is just, it's a harmonic. And it's just showing you you're near, like, clear inflection zone 2. So you could strategize off that. But you just think in a normal, non-hyper bearish market condition, I mean, you're talking about targets of 5.5 tenths of 1 cent and just the top of the harmonic again, aggressive targeting. If it was going to perform well, A and C. And if not, we could use Fibonacci here. The height of the low. I mean, think about just a 23% retrace is 4 tenths of 1 cent. The golden zone, you know, using Fibonacci here is between 4.5 or 4.4 tenths of 1 cent to 5.1 tenths of 1 cent. That'd be like adequate, common, normal retrace zone if this was actually gonna rally, but it hasn't yet. All we can do is identify it, and the edge and the divergence is certainly lower risk. It's certainly not a great area to be taking a fresh short. It's just not, man. So if you're not gonna long it, you better not be shorting it. But hey, if you're not doing either, it's really in your best interest to just pay attention, plot the chart the way I have, and watch it, and let's see together what happens. Will it resolve positively, where the T is respected locally, where it runs to 382 to 618, the golden zone, or not? Right? You don't always have to be taking a trade, but I think you always do want to be trying to identify patterns, the combination of variables we're looking for to see how it plays out, right? Dead stream. Yeah, had a few new patrons join over the weekend. Mark S, Mendel K, and Johnny R. Thank y'all three for joining in the past 24-48 hours. Much appreciated. Hopefully you have your Patreon synced up to the Discord, because that's where all the value is, where the trade setups and charts are posted, and the premium Discord chat. So thank y'all. Don't have to use as chimes. Okay, there were others. There were others out there. Looking at, I believe Algo was doing something. Yeah, look at Algorand. I mean, it certainly hit like a zone of inflection. And at that zone of inflection, it showed triple bullish divergence. And you can see it correlate, and it's rallied off of that. Now, it made us turn into a substantially lower high because it's bear market. But dang, man, if initially the 4-hour divergence in T8 wasn't respected here, it was. Like, that's exactly what happens at inflection points with that much seller exhaustion. You catch bounces. To the extent of the bounce, you normally want to be looking at the daily or the 3-day or the weekly to see if it has an edge, and none of these do. They're all pretty awful right now. Like, they're just not that great. So we'll see how high this goes. If it hit the top of the range again, it'd be 35.79 cents on Algo. I mean, up and down. Buy low, sell high stuff. So that was cool. I mean, it's great to see some of these hold on, but it's only because Bitcoin has just not crashed yet. Like, we make a lower high in this is a rectangle of sorts, right? So if we like rally and fail to see the top of the rectangle again, and then we see the bottom, it's a confirmed partial rise, meaning 70% chance of a breakdown. So we really want to see these assets that are range bound go to the top of their ranges again. But wait, there's more. Look at Alice coin. Alice all-time lows or whatever, but it's just the same thing. Like, hits the bottom of a rectangle, a range, right? And then shows some divergence, and then like bounces somewhat off of it, but barely. Hasn't even made a local higher high. That's it, dude. Right? If it was gonna run, I mean, it could go to 321, but just low confidence because of the equities market and where Bitcoin is right now after a 2-month attempted rally and stuff. Sorry, man, I'm pretty risk averse, and these are just bad market conditions for longs. I think you'll find out. You'll see in the coming weeks on the equities market what it's going to do to everything. Summertime, man, that was the break. That was the remember, we're in the bear trend, Q1, Q2 for the most part, and then summer comes around, right? And then it's like liquidity dries up, volume dies, no one's trading, but the market's rallying. That's not good. Divergence and volume and price.
Out season. Pop goes one, pop goes another. Popcorn and the markup. Like 2019 almost. Could you please take a look at LR/used on Qcoin? Looks real good for an entry, maybe in crazy. Interesting INVHS pattern on 3D, 0.012800000 ETH.
No, we can look at it. What's up, Bart?
Hi Mitch. Can you do ergo please? Can you also tell me what dollar price would qualify as a moon?
What would, yeah, I mean, we'll look at it. I will revisit your TTSs too, like when I'm at them. You know, because look, I have limited screens here. I don't have like 6 screens and a 55-inch TV hooked up to my computer right here, so it's just harder. But I will look at that, reassess, and yes, okay, thank you, dude. Really appreciate the contributions to the stream. You know, 100% crowdsourced. So y'all are amazing. Okay, so I'm just showing you, right, these assets at these levels, but remember the trend is death, bearish. It's like a bearish rectangle, and barely anyone's buying. Okay, let's just go ahead and knock out those requests that we had. Were they too many of them? Let's see here. Suka first. Suka Bliat to the US dollar coin. And there it is, man. It's like, okay. Do you understand? Like, when we looked at this initially, it was the bearish harmonic and it had fallen below 40 or 4.4 cents. You can't be bullish. But then when it broke back above it and held it and started breaking against it, okay, you know what's going on here? Some sort of dragon. And the trend's your friend, I guess, in this one. And so it's like, okay, if we were dragoning, if we were targeting for a bullish dragon of sorts, 618, 786, your bread and butter targets. And then if we're talking about outperformance and the trend is overwhelmingly bullish, you might see all-time highs. You might see the highest high of the rally. Just like silver, this is inverse of silver right now. So you've hit now, yeah, 2 of those 3, and then your third one would be the 1272. And if we're talking about crypto insanity, you know, we're going for part 4, then you'd have a 1618 at 11 cents. Okay, so just 2 of the 3 bubbles achieved on the bullish dragon that, you know, wasn't bullish below 4.4 cents, and then we got back above it. I gotta change how I feel on this asset, right? I mean, it's the same thing about anything. When Bitcoin gets above a certain level, okay, we can be cautiously optimistic, but when it's below, it's only bearish, right? This is an anomaly because all it's been doing is higher highs, higher lows. So, okay, there you go, dude. There's your Suka Bliat. It's the dragon. Brad, how's my mic volume? Music's louder than normal. Gosh, dude, you gotta see how like low it is. Oh my god, man. It's like so low, bro. Maybe it's the mixer or something. I turned it down a little bit more, so maybe it's better. Okay. Let's look at ELA. Here's your ELA. Remember the old harmonic? I haven't been here in a while, man. It was beautiful, though. My God, of sorts. It was an M shape. You're definitely at these old, like, you're below these old all-time lows, by the way. Here's your daily. Dude, the 200-day moving average being rejected. God, dude, I just... And now, again, like, you know, your lows here from July and or July multiple times of 2021, all you're doing is you're breaking below them, and then you're back testing them as resistance. And in chat, can you see this candle? Mother of God. What's up, Samwise? Kings, dude.
Samwise Gamgee to $30. I'll have to ask Gandalf about these cryptos. I've had these gardens my whole life, always selling a little, always have a little. NTR.
Wow, Samwise, thank you so much for the 30 contribution, dude. Shouldn't you be on Amon now, Valinor? You're not in Middle Earth anymore, dude. What are you talking about? You got to pass on to the Undying Lands. Okay, thank you, dude. Yeah, Gandalf doesn't know about these cryptos, dude. He's not going to be able to tell you anything. Who do you think I learned from, right? He'll tell you it's not about certainties or knowing where an asset's going. It's more so knowing about key inflection points and variables that coincide that are all telling you the same thing. That would increase your probability from 50% chance coin flip at all times to marginally greater than a coin flip's chance. Okay? That's what Gandalf would tell you. Fulgur, what do you think the Palantirs are? All they are is respecting the technical analysis. That's what Palantirs are. So yeah, that's a big old shooting star, Mother of God. Shooting star, bearish. Yeah, I mean that's a bearish hammer if I've ever seen one, and it's like not at a random area. It's at like Sweet Mother of God, the old all-time low, right? Or this, it's off a little bit. Yeah, I'm really scaled out right now, so. Right, and you're even below that one. I wouldn't even care about 177. I care about this one, 188. And that's terrible, dude. So even if it was gonna do anything, I would wait low to high, 886, 151. Dude, I don't know, man. Like if you're below 188 and 211, I got nothing for you, dude, on this. If we get above that, if you get above 188 and 211, let's talk again, because that's where insanity could occur. We need some things to happen on this asset that haven't happened. If they do, everything's going to change, right? You will be at a low risk area. But until you get back above those levels, you got to be really cautious, because this could be going into price discovery, inverse price discovery, right? It could be going to test the lows at 132 and then lower. And yeah, I'll tell you this. I'll give you this. There is some hidden bullish divergence in development on the daily on this asset, but it's below the inflection point. So it's just really tough. Like, how can you expect me to want to own this asset when it's below inflection points it desperately needs to be above? Maybe the hidden bullish divergence will get it back above that level. And if you spring and you back test those springs, it could be a very low risk area. Just it hasn't happened yet, so you got to wait. Did the audio get better? Because I did turn it down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, futures opened. Yeah, the futures are open, yeah. No beeps. Okay, Virgo. It's just ERG, right? I think. Yeah, because we've been here a couple times, right? Bark. Can I tell you what dollar price would qualify as moon? As a moon? Talking about the DXY, you're talking about for KuCoin, or and it's mooning. The next target on this asset above 399, 380 would be 520. Above 520, you might test 564, that peak from March 25th, but moon would be on this 792, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Well, you gotta love, man. Like you talk about, we just looked at that one asset that's below those levels, right? So that asset, can't even remember its name now. But like, look what ERG did. It broke above the key inflection point from January of this year, and then back tested formally that level, not once but twice. Right? You sprung, you ran to resistance, you reversed, you back tested the spring twice. You got above the 200 moving average. And that's amazing. Like that's a really good sign. The other one didn't do yet and hasn't done, but if it does do it, then we'll talk about it the way I'm talking about this one. And so it has been going. It's up 9.71%. It was up probably 10+% yesterday, and it's got nothing here until probably 520. And at that point, you guys start being a little concerned because the pullback could be happening at 886. It hit the 786. The 886 is at 520. So that'd be a profit taking level if you're long on this. Okay. Because you're asking me, what is Moon?
Mitch, long-time lurker here, have always appreciated your insight and approach to the markets. Thanks for being a bedrock in this space. Would you take a look at Confused for me? Much love, brother.
2J's, thanks to the 20, man, and the really kind words. Dang, dude, making my day in a foreign land. I'd never stepped foot in Kentucky or Ohio until yesterday. So, dang, man. Appreciate the support. Kings, dude, the very nice words. Call me a bedrock? That's freaking really nice. Kings, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's so bad. Look at this chart. It's like straight up and down. It crashed, but it made a low, then a lower low. So it's like, okay, maybe it'll make a lower high. It could very well do that. And if it's doing this, 886 could be where it reverses again. But if it ever broke, 520 to 550, it can be going 792 and $11 after that. So I'm just telling you the levels, okay? That's all I can do. I think NTR was what Samwise wanted. He just typed in NTR at the end. It didn't say, can you look at it? It was just Nutrien. It may not be real, but I don't think I've ever been here before. Yes, 2.1 volume. So we're good there. What a run, dude, right? What a freaking run it's been on. It's attempted a rally, but has fallen short, but is still above that 200 moving average. I'm wondering if there's like a big channel we've been in or something, on a demand line of sorts. Dang, man. Yeah, it's like you fell below it. Kind of like, I mean, it's like a demand line. The channel was respected. Now it's not really being respected anymore. But yeah, definitely a demand line. A Jesus demand line. So, I mean, the trend's not quite in jeopardy yet, because when it pivoted July 13th, it made a higher low than the low from January 25th. And just because you're making a lower high than the previous high, that's not enough, right? A trend reversal requires consecutive lower highs and lower lows. And just because you made one lower high, it's not even really confirmed as a lower high until you probably retest $72 and go lower. But look left, man. There's like nothing here. Nothing here. And there's no edge. So I'm looking at a chart that's in a really nice uptrend that pivoted mid-July and has been running since the 26th of August and has pulled back because of the macro, but is very strong right now. Okay, this is chemicals, agricultural. All right, so it's like commodity based. It's like probably has something to do with commodities and farming and stuff. So yeah, demand on that's probably going to be high because you have governments that are, trying to destroy that industry for weird, nefarious reasons. But they're saying it's because of climate change, which bullcrap. Give me a break, dude. People dying, it's not. That's what's going to happen. People are going to die, and it's not for the good of humanity. It's just not. Okay, so it's up, and there's no structure. It impulsed, and it's not really consolidating. But again, an 886 from that previous low to high. This reminds me of EOS. Look at that, hits an 886 and reacts at the 886. Full reset in the uptrend. But I have nothing for it. There's no discernible edge right now. But look at that. It's like an alternate bat pattern too. It was like definitely a bullish alternate bat, and then you go to EOS, same thing. But this was like the 4 hour. Certainly not the same lifetime, but that it's uptrending. It created like the alternate bat, and then it had a really nice bounce off the demand line, and it's just right at this 152 level. from history. Look, this low from December 2018, you're just below that. If you can break it, you might be going to 223. It's kind of insane, right? EOS has been tearing it up, and there's one last resistance that you've already broken above a few times, but you keep making these higher lows. You keep it up, you might break it and really, for real, go to 223 to 240 next. So it's kind of interesting here. Impressive. Now, below 140, bye-bye. Nope, you're out. You want nothing to do with EOS below 140 because it's going to $1, 85 cents. Okay, so what a nice run. At a very real resistance we just looked at, showed you. If it breaks it, my God, the upside could be insane. Highest highs of the rally. But if this is exactly where it's reversing, you're out below 140 for real. Like you don't want anything to do with it because the downside could be so immense. Okay. What was the next one? Like one more, I think. QNT. Wow, QNT. I haven't looked at that in a long time. Where's the data on this? It's been here though. Well, that's the last thing we looked at. My God, it was a 1618. That is a textbook to the T, capital T, bullish deep crab that reacted and reversed. And you know, June 15th, which is a couple days before Black Saturday, this thing appreciated in value from that pattern completion zone 214%, 54 days, and has now hit you know, another peak. It's a resistance candle low close from July of 2021, and a couple peaks from earlier this year. You hit it, you pull back, and you're maybe working on hidden bullish divergence here for sure. But I would just be careful after a run like that. It's an S coin. We know the macro is awful. That was a really, really huge impulse up, and you could just tell, like, this happening, I wouldn't be surprised at all eventually on something like this. Why not, man? Could you be surprised if somehow this occurred? Remember, the trend is down. Lower highs, lower lows. Did you make a higher high than your previous high? Nah. I would just, I mean, really, when 80 bucks breaks, that's when it's going to $52 again. So I just, there's nothing really to do here, I don't think, if you're swing trading or you're a harmonic trader or something like that. It tried once, it tried twice. Look at the bearish divergence too. Wow, that is serious bearish divergence on the second peak. On both oscillators, but I guess the performance has kind of been like meh so far. I just don't pay attention to this one or watch it very often, but dang, last time we were here, something like this was going on. It was crazy. But again, it manifested into an insane rally, but it's just it's the same thing. It's like more of the same. Wow, we got a nice rally, you know, in March and in January, and then they were lower highs than the previous highs and the previous highs. It's just downtrending, and the trend's your friend long term. So I'm just kind of indifferent on this one. The run happened. I mean, this was not a hindsight identification. I just never look at it. But my God, if it didn't of some sort get respected, you know, it didn't quite hit the 1618, but it was close. And it was like one time and then two times. That's cool. Cincinnati is named after Lucius Quinctius. Cincinnatus, ancient Roman politician. That's hype, dude. Thank you for the lesson. Fulgur. Thanks, dude. Very cool. Dang, dude, I've been live over an hour now. So if you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, that bell, that sub. It's the 4th of the month, so it's the 4th best day to join the Patreon. If you love this stream of any sort, or you get value out of it and you want to, you know, keep it going, that's single-handedly the best way to do it. Support me and the team that is behind the scenes making all this stuff happen. And you get trade setups, education, charts posted, premium access to the Discord chat. There are amenities.
Hi Mitch, can you look at Matic please buddy? Thumbs up.
Maybe a couple months ago your 10 pounds was gonna equal $15, but not now, dude. That's 12 bucks. But I'm kind of in a vacation mood today, so yeah, Matic is let me tell you this, man, it's below the high, right? That wedge played out pretty freaking awesome, but it didn't really do anything. It didn't make a low. It's about the same low and it's rallied, but now it's just right back at this high. If it breaks 8.8, 9.4, I'm sorry, 88.9 cents, it'll go to 94.7 cents. If it breaks that, my God, it could go to 120. But you can clearly see it's still kind of it's hanging in there, like with two valleys here. So it's range bound. It's kind of like a rectangle going on between 76 cents and $1. 76 cents and $1, and it's kind of in between them now. But I'm telling you, I'm not gonna ignore that level here from April 29th, 2021. It's just at it. It's hanging on. Hanging on because Bitcoin's not crashing. Say Bitcoin was to rally, well then that means the Matic's probably gonna go to 120. But if not, this is exactly where it could be back testing a resistance as resistance again before rolling over. But it just hasn't occurred yet. So it's interesting. I mean, it broke the supply line. It's making local double bottom and stuff. You know, there are worse assets out there than this one. This one has the Disney stuff behind it, right? Disney. Thank you, Crypto Wisdom. Much love, man. But we were looking at it anyway. Appreciate you. Remember, any contribution to this stream supports this channel, dude. Okay? Nothing else supports this channel. So, you know, it's y'all. Right? It's like, I answer only to this community, to this chat, to the people that care about this stream and TA. Those are the only people I answer to. I don't answer to a sponsor. Yeah, DXY has been pumping. Is it still pumping or something? Because my alert went off, but I didn't add a new one. Nah, not really. It's the same price it was at earlier. Yeah, there's not much here till 119, 120. Remember, someone tried to call double top, dude, and it's like, not yet, dude. How could you say that? So there are other ones out there in the crypto space that were showing us some interesting stuff. Not like crazy good or anything, but oh, hey, man, I could understand. Like XLM. Like, look at XLM. Like, it's hitting the bottom of this rectangle. It was at almost 11 cents earlier, you know, but it's pulled back and there's a harmonic of sorts here. I mean, there is. Did I even plot that one? I mean, the supply line was broken, but it's like, if you look at it like this, dude, it's real, man. It's so real. I mean, you see this, right? I'm not crazy.
Bark. Bark. Support for my boy.
What's up, Bark Bark? Thanks for the 50 today. My God, man. Barking hard. So it's sharking. This is definitely a shark. Undeniable shark, and it's not just the shark, right? It's about the shark, where the completion zone is, happens to be the bottom of a range, and not just that, you also have seller exhaustion on the oscillators at this very critical area. So, and the supply line was broken, so you could understand, man, you could just, there's an argument for upside. It won't. The argument will be invalidated if Bitcoin crashes and runs to 17K. But for now, I mean, just like some other ones out there, you kind of get where I'm at, right? It's there. It could play out. And if it did, 12 cents to 12.3 cents, and that's it. There were more, dude. YFI, that was kind of interesting, but then like today, you know, it's like it's got this demand line, you know. It was trying to confirm bottom. There's divergence there, but that 200 moving average really, I got concerns, dude. Right, this 200 moving average on the 4 hour, one time, two times failing. Oh, what is it now? I don't know. But as long as it's below that demand line, it's kind of interesting. But this one's really easy. It's 3,000, 7,500, and 18,000. Those are your three massive levels. Let's see. There are others. I know there were others out there. OMG harmonic, right? It didn't quite hit the bottom of the range, but it did hit the pattern completion zone of the shark. It's got its own shark and same edge as the others. So they're not all doing this though. There are many. Most aren't doing this. It's like you have to like scan and find them, the ones that are actually doing this. Where it's kind of weird because normally, hey, a homogenous market, man. Like I thought they were all doing the same thing, man. So you're just trying to look for the best ones. I can't. My music must have stopped, dude. Yeah, it did stop. Yeah, of course. Sorry. All right, we got, it's an hour before the close. 2 hours before the close, right? No, it's an hour. Do we have less than an hour until the weekly candle close? Maker, you know, 886, but below the level. So it's like this is one that kind of showing same stuff, but I can't like the asset below 788 because I know it's doom. There's so much doom below 788. So if it gets above that, have an alert set up because it might be going to 1,000, 48, 1194, and you know, look where it is, man. It's like this is a massive bullish deep crab at its PCZ. But again, I just have some concerns here. You know, is it completing the, is it gonna, you know, reverse here, or is it about to break this level and dump? I mean, I think it's okay to understand that either thing could happen, or it could hold here and rally to 1,050, or it doesn't hold and then it goes to $300. Because that, again, that's it, man. That's the history tells us that's most likely going to happen if this doesn't hold. I think ICX was also harmonicking, but again, like on this one, I don't like this one below 29.6 cents. I hate it actually. I think it's going to 17 to 18 cents below 30 cents. And it's below it, so I can't. It's just like one of those that maybe it is showing locally the same type of potential argument as others. I can't get behind it below this zone, this level. No idea what the merge is going to do to Ethereum. I have no clue, dude. That goes beyond the realm of using the tools that I use, that I learned from really smart people. Like, no clue. Oh man, getting kind of fatigued, man. I don't know. I'm just tired today. I drank another coffee too. It's just like, ugh. Can't get it together. Like there's assets like Band, you know, it's like, hey, it's at this level and it bounced off of it, but for how long? Like, you know, this thing runs up and makes a lower high, it's coming back down to 120, and then it's over, and all-time lows or whatever on it. So you get where I'm coming from. I'm not making calls, dude. I just know the macro is terrible. I know the stock market where it's at. It's awful. And when that's the case, it's really hard to just want to own a speculative S coin.
I'm happy to see you spread the word of Pepe.
What's up, Frog God? Thanks for the Pepes, dude. 15 Pepes in the chat. Oh, and you just knocked out the Ethereum emoji out of the jar. Get wrecked, dude. Kings. Right, it could hold, but low confidence. S&P 500 futures. Check them out. How at the start of the week. Down 0.3%. Again, I don't have any confidence. Like this is like part of why I have no confidence in any kind of long opportunity in crypto. It's just they may play out too, but this is just a particular situation. Again, 6 weeks here of up, 2 months up for crypto, and before that was lower highs, lower lows consecutively. That's long-term bear trend. I'm not into that. Not into those market conditions for fresh longs. Here it is. Remember bearish engulfing candle on Friday? No edge. Bearish control zone on the daily sitting at 34.3, lowest level since June. And I'm thinking, like, if you look at the weekly, there's just nothing here. I mean, you'll retest the lows, I think, eventually. Like, 36.75. But anything below 4,058, remember, bye-bye stock market, bye-bye. Well, below 4,200, definitely too. You were above it for a minute, just to go test the supply line and the 200-day moving average perfectly before collapsing again. So yeah, when this looks like this, when you're below 4,058, really hard to want to own a crypto, because we know how these markets bleed into the speculative crypto market. So yeah, Bitcoin futures chart, it's delayed for me, but we'll look at it. It's so bad, man. Like, what the? Are you kidding me? All right, you gotta understand how bad the Bitcoin futures chart is. Maybe spot's gonna run or something, but the Bitcoin futures chart this is the worst. This is the worst thing that could be happening. Okay, you're talking about the consolidation locally, right? 3 on the top, 2 on the bottom. What more could you ask for? That's valid. That's very real. Consolidation structure that you're out of, that you back tested as resistance now officially, and at the same time of back testing the local consolidation structure as resistance now. $20,645 equals what? The open. This was the open, okay, to the dollar. CME futures opened, and that's when the whole market ended, right? So you're below that now after successfully back testing it as a resistance again. So when you're below that, there's no way you can be bullish. There's nothing to do here but to be bearish on Bitcoin futures. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, dude. It looks terrible. And there also is a gap fill. It has not happened yet. A gap fill at $18,000. Look how close you are to that gap fill. That is, did it happen though? We have not filled that gap. That is certain. Certainly, you did not on June 29th. You didn't fill it. So that's probably going to fill at some point. Is there another gap? Yes, there is another gap. Where's the other gap? That I don't know. I have no clue if this would fill anytime soon, but there's a gap, an open gap at $11,000 down there from October 2020. Again, I'm not worried about that one as much as I am this one. 18K. Well, yeah. How could you be bullish? What about this? All these things I just talked about. What about those things would make you want to take a fresh long? I want to hear, like, someone out there. I just like using traditional technical analysis. What would be your argument for a long here after I just showed you those things happening? Long-term downtrend, by the way, too. Lower highs, lower lows consecutively for most of the year. For all of the year that exists so far. Wow, dead chat, man. It's like, what am I doing? I'm just doing a static video at this point, dude. All right, well. think we're gonna get out of here. End it on that really high note, right? So
Do it for the dopamine rush.
do it for the yeah, just go long for the dopamine rush. I don't know how you could have that would give you dopamine rush, dude. Go bungee jump or something. Go bungee jump. Or bet on LSU tonight. That'll get your blood pumping, your dopamine going, right? I don't know, man. Nah, dude. Tesla bearish below 300.
Thanks for the stream, Mitch. Less than 3.
So Igor, thanks, dude. No, man, it's just kind of like I'm streaming. We're looking at these charts and talking about things. It's just like I'll look back and there's like one person said something. I'm like, that's it, man. Let's see, 39 minutes. I'm gonna leave y'all to it though. Y'all can deal with the weekly candle close stream. Y'all got this. Y'all don't need me. So I'll just be back. Thanks for the likes, the support, contributions, everything in between. I'll just be back. Until next time, respect, tea.
So we tried, did we try?